Hello everyone, I'm Charlotte Carr, the Technical Manager for Behaviour for Ceva Animal Health, and I'm going to talk to you today about the new pheromone discovery, which is FELIWAY Optimum. This you can see here in the beautiful new packaging and the new diffuser. So before I get into FELIWAY Optimum, I'll give you a bit of background. So if we compare the previous generations of cat owners to now, cat owners today have a closer relationship to their cat mothers or cat parents. It's so much more than just cat owners. So as a consequence, they have a broader expectation regarding their cat's health. It's not just the absence of disease, but the global well-being of their cat that matters to them. So it's more than that, it's their welfare too. The new generation has also a different lifestyle. This modern life is more urban, often in smaller spaces like flats, and the pace of life is more busy with changing schedules. But this modern day life can conflict with cats' natural needs. So cats have at minimum 5 natural needs that can be frustrated in the modern day life. So cats need space, and many cat lovers live in an apartment. This can be small with limited or no access to a garden, which is quite the opposite of what cats might prefer. They like to go outside, hunt in the garden, climb trees, scratch. So this is a conflict for them. Also autonomy. So cats are solitary animals and like to be their own boss. As many owners will know, they like to feel in control. Unfortunately, our cats do not get to choose where and when they can find their own resources all the time. So food, water, litter, their scratching post, and also many cats have to live with other pets, which can cause further conflict. Also, cats like calm. So cats themselves are calm animals who like routine and definitely don't like to be surprised. But unfortunately, our modern lives are full of a variety and loud noises and can be chaotic at times. Cats do not like to feel trapped and always like to have an escape route. Even if they don't need to use it, they like to know it's there. So having a closed door or window or even another pet or a child in their way represents many different complications for cats in our modern day lives. Cats like this stability and stable territory in their home, and in fact their home is their stable territory. With changes to their house or travelling, moving home also represent a major challenge for cats. As a result, many cats have their essential needs frustrated and therefore show signs of stress. And in fact, 58% of cats show visible signs like scratching, peeing, etc. So here, FELIWAY Optimum is the answer to reconcile cats with our modern day lifestyle. It can help cats with more signs of stress in more situations and calm cats better than ever. The science behind the new pheromone. Let's start with the FELIWAY story. Patrick Pajar, who is the pheromone guru, first noticed that cats did not urine mark where they face rubbed. This led to the composition of the secretion left as a facial mark being analysed, and this was then developed into an analogue copy of this facial feline pheromone as a spray, which in 1996 was released onto the market as FELIWAY Classic Spray. As the spray needs repeated use to support cats with stress-related signs over a long period of time, this can be consuming and easy to forget to spray. Therefore, it was developed even further to provide that comforting message in the FELIWAY Classic, but for even longer. The FELIWAY Classic Diffuser was then launched in 2001, but it didn't stop there. The team also discovered the maternal appeasing pheromone. This is released from the mammary area of mother cats, which aids cohesion between the individuals in the litter and also supports the bond with those kittens to their mother. With developments in technology and further research resulted in the discovery of a new pheromone complex, and this is FELIWAY Optimum. Pheromones are detected differently to odours. The pheromones pass through the incisive ducts into the VNO, and movement into the VNO is facilitated by the phlegm response that cats and other animals do. Once in the VNO, pheromones bind to the specialised receptors. This activates the signals being sent to the accessory olfactory bulb. This then results in modification of the animal's emotional state. For example, influencing social familiarity or motivational impulses and emotional bias. So the new discovery, this has been supported by developments and progression in technologies. As for other species, the genome of the cat is now known. This allows us to learn and understand more about how their body works. A genome is an organism's complete set of DNA, including all of its genes, and each genome contains all of the information needed to build and maintain that organism. A copy of the entire genome is contained in all of the cells that have a nucleus. So when knowing the genome, this allowed the structure of proteins to be built via computers, giving a visual representation. One such structure is the Feline Pheromone receptor, V1R, which is the first receptor that the team deciphered. This you can see in the image. Knowing the structure allows the team to learn more about the binding site within the receptor and how different components of pheromones bind at the different sites. In the diagram of the V1R type receptor, there are binding areas which stimulate environmental confidence, and there are others which might stimulate something like social confidence. The different components of a pheromone will have an affinity to bind at different areas. For example, this red and yellow shape are different parts of the pheromone. This then binds to different sites on the receptor, as you can see. And then, for example, the other side, which might be social confidence, they will bind at the different parts of the receptor. So due to the research, a library of these different components of the feline pheromones were produced. So as you can see in the image, the shapes represent those different components, and these components are fatty acids of the feline pheromones. Knowing these allowed pheromone complexes to be created by combining those different components and using computer technology. The affinity of different pheromone components that make up a pheromone complex binding to the different areas of the receptor can then be assessed, looking at, are they a good fit, do the components complement each other at the binding sites, and more. And then using these techniques, the new pheromone complex, which is used in FELIWAY Optimum, was discovered, and the complex has more complete and efficient binding to the available sites on the VR1 type receptor. There's a more complete and better binding. As you can see there, it fits within that receptor. FELIWAY Optimum provides a message of enhanced serenity. Cats feel secure in their home due to the reassurance that the environment is safe, but also the other cats are not a concern. Despite all the changes and other animals, life is good. Therefore, the holistic message of serenity helps cats to feel that, and despite potential changes or different stressors being present, the cat can feel that life is good, and that enhanced serenity message, as well as harmony between cats living together. In efficacy data, field study 1 involved 354 cats. They had previously used 2 months of either FELIWAY Classic or FELIWAY Friends, and 2 weeks of FELIWAY Classic or FELIWAY Friends again. Then they had 28 days of FELIWAY Optimum, and this was a part-blinded study. The signs of stress were assessed at 3 time points: before using any FELIWAY product, after the use of FELIWAY Classic or FELIWAY Friends, and this was day 0, and then after 28 days of using FELIWAY Optimum. The results showed that even after using FELIWAY Classic or FELIWAY Friends, there was a further reduction by using FELIWAY Optimum. So, for example, with urine spraying, the number of households reported urine spraying to decrease from 85 homes before FELIWAY to 37 homes at day 0. This was a 56% reduction. But then following FELIWAY Optimum, a further reduction occurred at day 28 by 35%. Not only did FELIWAY Optimum work as well as FELIWAY Classic or Friends, but it further reduces the signs of stress. This can also be seen with vertical scratching. Before FELIWAY, it was 4.41, had a 40% reduction to 2.63, and then was further reduced by using FELIWAY Optimum to 2.08, which is a 21% reduction. Again, with cohabitation, the average frequency of cohabitation problems decreased from 4.04 to 2.34, which is a 42% reduction. Then following FELIWAY Optimum, a further reduction in the average frequency occurred at day 28 by 36%. So the average frequency of cohabitation problems decreased from 4.04 before FELIWAY was used to 2.34 at day 0. So this is a 42% reduction. Following the use of FELIWAY Optimum, a further reduction of the average frequency occurred. So compared to FELIWAY Classic or Friends, FELIWAY Optimum provides a further decrease in stress-related signs. Whether cats are showing urine spraying, vertical scratching, hiding, or tension and conflicts, FELIWAY Optimum calmed cats better than ever. With the study 2, this study looked at the use of FELIWAY Optimum over 28 days. Households included in the study have to have either 1 or 2 cats, with at least 1 cat having one of the stress-related signs already. Households were excluded if they hadn't used the pheromone before. The stress-related problem, intensity and frequency, was looked at. This was done on a visual analog scale, VAS scale, and a 7-point scale. Also, the cat happiness and the human-cat relationship was also looked at by the VAS scale. 145 cats were included in the study. 31 cats had urine spraying stress-related signs, 113 cats had vertical scratching signs, 69 cats excessive fears, and cohabitation issues were found in 25 cats. That's at day 0. This was then assessed at day 7 and day 28 after use of FELIWAY Optimum. This stress-related sign index was the intensity of the sign times frequency. As you can see, the average index score assessed at day 7 and 28 all had a significant reduction compared to day 0. Even at day 7, the reduction in the index scores were highly significant than day 0. There was also significant reduction in all the scores from 28 to day 0. When just looking at the reduction in intensity, 77% of the cats that urine sprayed, 73% of the cats that scratched, 72% of the cats that had cohabitation issues, and 73% of cats that had excessive fears all had a reduction in that intensity of the sign they were exhibiting. So the cat and owner happiness. There's happier cats, happy together, and enhanced serenity. Owners describe that they're happy with their cat and their cat is happy. 93% of owners rated this between 6 and 10 out of 10, and 44% of owners rated this 10 out of 10. The new pheromone discovery, FELIWAY Optimum, has been tested and shown to benefit cats with stress-related signs, increase cat happiness, support the human-cat bond, and provide enhanced serenity to cats. This means it can calm cats better than ever and help cats with more signs of stress in more situations. Here you can see the table of FELIWAY Optimum positioning. It can help with scratching, urine spraying, and many other signs. So the general point is it's species specific. It only has an effect on cats. Use FELIWAY Optimum at least 1 month before assessing efficacy. There is no minimum age for using FELIWAY Optimum. Using the Optimum Diffuser, you just plug it in where the cat spends most of their time. It covers up to 70 meters squared, so a 3-bed house, and each refill lasts up to 30 days. It becomes warm to touch so that the pheromones can diffuse into the environment and benefit the cat. But it's manufactured from self-extinguishing plastic materials. So FELIWAY Optimum is the new FELIWAY Flagship. Innovative, new pheromone discovery, helps cats in more situations with more signs of stress, and helps cats better than ever. Has an enhanced serenity observed by 93% of cat parents, meaning 9.1 out of 10 cat owner satisfaction.